There's something about shiny Pokemon that doesn't add up. Sure, everyone's obsessed with catching them, but why do they really exist, and what if their true origin is darker than you think? Keep watching, because once you hear these secrets, you'll never look at that sparkle the same way again. Now picture this. You spent hours hunting, eyes glued to the screen, and suddenly, sparkles. Your heart's pounding, it's a dopamine overload, and you just hit the rarest jackpot in Pokemon. Shiny Pokemon look like your favorite Pokemon, until you notice something feels off. The colors are wild. Black Charizard, golden Magikarp, even a neon green Espeon. They feel rare, special, maybe even unnatural. Every fan knows the odds are brutal. For most games, it's just a 1 in 4,096 chance. In the old days, it was 1 in 8,192. Some players go their entire lives without seeing a real shiny outside of the first scripted real Gyarados. But chasing after shinies has become an obsession. People hunt for hours, days, even weeks. And over time, dedicated hunters have uncovered secret methods in the game's code, hidden methods that tip the odds in your favor. There are tricks. The Masuda method, where breeding Pokemon from different languages massively boosts your chances. The Shiny Charm, a rare gifted item only to completionists, which makes shiny appear far more often. Special events, max raid battles, and mass outbreaks in games where shiny rates can suddenly spike for those in the know. But why do these methods even exist? Are developers just throwing fans a bone, or are they hinting at something woven into the universe's fabric? Why reward only the most dedicated, the ones who dig into every secret? Even with all these methods, a shiny is never guaranteed. You have to wonder, why keep their existence so obscured, so almost mythical? Is it just about giving players a thrill? Or is there something about these Pokemon that the world isn't supposed to see too often? So we all know how shinies work, statistically and mechanically. But when you look past the math, the Pokemon world itself gets suspiciously silent about them. Why are there no in-game explanations, no legends, no scientists researching the color-changing outliers? It's almost like the world is ignoring something it shouldn't. Take Gold and Silver. The first shiny millions ever saw was the red Gyarados. This wasn't just luck, it was a forced mutation. A freak accident by a sinister Team Rocket plot. They used science to twist evolution into something unnatural. If that's how the story of the shiny starts, does that mean that all shinies are accidents? Or is the red Gyarados just simply a glimpse behind the curtain? And here's where things really start to get weird. Pokemon with unique shiny forms often connect to strange powers or events. Cosmos, born from literal space dust, turns from blue to gold in its shiny state, almost like it absorbs the cosmos. Miltank, a Pokemon from another dimension, has a shiny form that's only accessible through bizarre, limited time events. Why gate it behind such strict rules unless the origin was a secret? Legendary Pokemon present another mystery. Shaman, Mew, Rayquaza. Their shinies look like celestial or corrupted variants, not just color swaps. And then there's Ultra Beast, literal invaders from alternate universes, with shinies only found under specific, reality-bending rules. Here's one theory. Shinies aren't just random. They're slip-ups. Evidence of a parallel universe leaking into the Pokemon world. Every time you encounter a shiny, maybe you're catching a Pokemon from another reality, one where its fate and colors were always different. Another theory, shinies are bloodlines of legends. Some fans believe that the reason behind certain Pokemon families having stand-out shiny forms is because they're marked, descendants of ancient myth or even cosmic events, chosen by the universe or even cursed by it. Game Freak never gives us straight answers. Occasionally, sneaky NPCs drop hints, like scientists in Ouroboros making an offhand comment about unexpected phenomena in Pokemon pigments. But that's it. No real research, no lore, just silence. Why the cover-up? And with rumors swirling about some shinies becoming more aggressive or tying into fateful player encounters, it's no surprise the community's obsessed with digging deeper. So the real question isn't just why are shinies rare, it's why do they even exist at all? And why does the Pokemon world work so hard to keep their true origin hidden? It's one thing for shinies to be rare, but some stories passed around on forums, whispered in videos, and buried in ancient Reddit threads make it feel like hunting shinies is playing with something you don't fully understand. Every community has hauntings. Pokemon is no exception. There's the tale of the cursed shiny Ditto. A player on a bootleg cartridge finds a shiny Ditto only to have it transform other Pokemon in his party into shinies too. At first, it's Jackpot City. Until the sprites start to glitch out, the game keeps freezing, and every Pokemon in his box vanishes on reset. Some say that the Ditto file is even corrupted on their computer long after. Then there's the unknown signal. Screenshots float around of a shiny unknown encounter where after catching it, the Pokédex fills with scrambled text, binary, and string after string of question marks. Some claim that the real-world clock on their Game Boy Advance spun rapidly, and the cartridge started resetting in odd patterns, always after the shiny appeared. Fan rumors reach further. Stories of shiny encounters that happen exactly at midnight, or after thunderstorms, or even on cartridges of saved data from lost loved ones. Urban legend or not, these tales give shiny an unsettling edge. They feel less like a lucky break and more like a message. Data miners have found curious lines of unused code. Event flags that trigger on shiny encounters, leftover sprite slots with corrupted shiny palettes, unused battletech script that simply read, "You were warned." Whether these are discarded features or someone's inside joke, no one's ever given an official explanation. Shinies even get mixed up in real-world rumors. Fans talk about GameStop events gone wrong, where the wrong shiny was distributed and the people's games bricked, like some kind of digital poltergeist. There's even the notorious Dark Pikachu, never officially acknowledged, but blamed in old forums for freezing entire rooms in Pokemon Stadium. So is this just a coincidence, or is chasing shinies inviting something the games themselves want you to ignore? For every joyful catch, there's a lurking story that brushes up against the real mystery, and sometimes even digital horror. With all these rumors and loose ends, the question lingers. What if shinies aren't just rare, but actually dangerous? The Pokemon world is full of myths about omens and curses, so it's not a big leap. Some players genuinely believe if you find too many shinies, strange things start to happen. Data miners and glitch hunters have spotted something weird. Certain old games flag shiny encounters with hidden data, subtle, almost secret variables that don't seem to do anything, or so we're told. But a few fans report odd glitches after multiple shinies, time freezes, box data scrambling, or NPCs delivering unprompted, cryptid lines that they've never seen before. No guidebooks mention these, and yet the stories pile up. Even the games give off an eerie vibe. In Gen 2, an NPC at the Lake of Rage warns, some say Gyarados is a sign of a disaster. In later games, the Pokédex sometimes calls mysterious Pokemon with strange colors harbingers or portents. If these are just random palette swaps, why all the warning language? It's almost as if shinies are breaking a rule, the natural order of the Pokemon world, and every system, every story is just trying to cover its tracks. But here's the creepiest theory of them all. What if the insane rush you get, the dopamine spike, the euphoria when you see a shiny isn't just luck, but something else noticing you back? Almost like the shiny is the game watching the player, making sure you remember that in this world, luck always comes with a price. So what's the real story behind shiny Pokemon? Are they just a 1 in 1,000 fluke designed to give us a dopamine hit? Or secret glitches, warnings, even cosmic slip-ups that the Pokemon world itself is trying to keep quiet? We know the official odds, we know the methods and the thrill, but after decades, no game, no developer, and no character will say what makes a shiny exist at all. Instead, we get silence, strange hints, and the unshakable feeling that every shiny catch is more than it appears. Maybe these sparkling outliers are just fun, or maybe they're cracks in the world that nobody wants us to notice. Because if you ask around, every seasoned hunter, every legend chaser, there's always another story about a shiny that shouldn't exist, a save file that glitched, or odds that just didn't add up. So next time you see that shimmer, remember, you might be celebrating the rarest prize in the game, or you might just caught a glimpse of Pokemon's darkest secret.